Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hi guys, paid watch reviews. I'm doing a paid watch review, 20 SE10. 20 SE10, and this is for Muldoon. And he says, hello Archie, or hello Paul, please call me Muldoon. I'm a retired software engineer. He goes on to say, I enjoy watching your reviews. I'm confident that you will find some of my watches to be garbage. But please explain why so that I can learn. I've sent you $100 US in your PayPal for your total honesty review. Very cool. Very, very, very good indeed there. That's the way to do things. He goes on to say that I buy watches to wear, not to resell. Not to resell. That's quite a cool statement there. That's very cool. He goes on. This guy here. He goes on. I prefer stick dials, date complication, blue, black, or grey, very grated dials, accurate mechanical. He likes COSC or chronometers. He likes metal bracelets, casual or sports style. Okay, very cool. I live in central North Carolina, where only politicians, lawyers, and undertakers wear suits and ties, so more formal dress watches simply do not fit my environment. I buy all my watches online because there are very few high-end watch dealers in my areas, and their prices are mostly leftovers. These are the 6 watches in my collection in order of increasing preference. Here we go. Number 1, he's got a Ball Engineer hydrocarbon submarine warfare. He tells me the weight. I don't know why he does this. 192 grams, a chunky, rugged COSC chronometer. Even though this watch is mostly titanium, it weighs 192 grams. A bit too heavy. In the darkest places, the tritium lume is easily readable. Number 2, he's got an Omega Seamaster professional diver. 182 grams, although nearly as heavy as the submarine warfare, the Seamaster wears more comfortably, probably because of the balance. See, the titanium is all in the head, so it's a little bit off balance. The date is difficult to read. The skeleton hands do not appeal to me. The anti-reflective crystal allows for a clear view of the dial. The more I wear this watch, the more I like it. But I wish I bought the Planet Ocean instead. I didn't know better at the time. I don't mind that watch he's bought there. I must say I don't mind that one. Then he's got number 3, a Rolex Yachtmaster 40 rhodium dial, 150 grams, a refined subtle sports watch. Highly reflective sapphire crystal obscures the modern rhodium sunray dial. A disappointment. I am considering a replacement Ooh, don't do that. Just leave it. Number 4 is a Formex Essence Ligera Space Rock, 64 grams, beautiful meteorite dial, ceramic bezel, carbon fiber case, COSC chronometer, light yet rugged, well-designed carbon fiber clasp, most comfortable watch to wear. Okay, it's just garbage. It's garbage. Then we've got a Rolex Datejust Sunray Blue Dial Jubilee Bracelet, reference 126300, 128 grams. A nice, comfortable and beautiful watch that keeps excellent time. And finally, a Grand Seiko SBGA 387. Kira Zuru Blue Dial, spring drive, 142 grams. This was a US only limited edition, released in 2018. The dial is subtle and alive in the light. Every detail is superb. The well-made bracelet is not adjustable. My finest watch. For my next purchase, I am considering in priority, number one, the next Grand Seiko gem to be determined, or a Rolex. Batman! 126710BLNR, but the current 6,000 US premium is unacceptable. I'm not interested in Tudors. They are a young person's watch. I dislike chronographs. Their dials are too cluttered, but if anyone wants to donate a Paul Newman, I will graciously accept. Questions. What is your total honesty of my collection? Please display the watch images on the screen while we discuss them. It makes it so much easier for the viewer to follow your comments. Okay, that's a very good question. What do I think here? And firstly, well done. Well done, my friend. The collection is not as toxic as... I got to tell you, what do I think there? The ball is garbage. Absolute garbage. And the Formex Essence, that's just garbage. But the other four watches, I gotta say, they're actually pretty damn good. The Omega Seamaster with the wave dial, I like it. That is a quality diver. I think it's, I gotta be honest with you, it's a coaxial movement. It's a lovely watch. It's beautiful. It's a classic. It's Omega. It's actually, I actually really like it. The next watch in this thing here is your Yachtmeister. Rhodium with the blue. Look, let me tell you this. Please do not muck around changing crystals. You're going to have problems if you need to send it back to Rolex. They're going to say it's just keep it stock and original. It's like if you've got a classic Corvette, you might be some things that piss you off. You keep it stock and original. That's what you've got to do. You don't muck around with these things. You got to be very, very careful. Remember that, man. You got to be careful. Keep it stock. And then finally, keep it stock. No, not finally. We've then got the Datejust, which I absolutely love. The blue dial. Winner, chicken dinner. And then you've got the Grand Seiko with the spring drive. I gotta say, that's also a superb watch. So those four are pretty damn good. So what's your total opinion? Look, out of 10, I would give this. I think if we cut the garbage off, the ball, it's garbage. Why is it garbage? It's garbage because resale is appalling. I mean, those other brands, look at it, Omega, Rolex, Grand Seiko. They have done more for the watchmaker, for the watch industry, than the only other brand comes in Kui is Breguet, Patek, and Lange. But that's at the extreme high end. Omega, just superb luxury watch. They've contributed so much. The Speedmaster, the Seamaster, I actually like it. No, I think that is more classy than a Planet Ocean. I love the Yachtmaster. It shows restraint. Don't change the South. That's just stupidity. Believe you me, it's stupidity. The Datejust I love. And I also love the Grand Seiko. That's a quality piece. So those four out of 10, I would give you 8.5. The other two pieces, they're garbage. They're garbage. You know they're garbage. I know they're garbage. No resale. No significant contribution to the watch industry. Ball is just garbage. And that other brand there, Formex Essence, I mean, come on, man. It's garbage. It's garbage. Absolutely no resale. That is just garbage. But you got 4 out of 6. It's not bad. Okay. Okay, so what's your total? Those other four pieces, top collections, beautiful. What is your recommendation for my next purchase, given my preference, casual, sports style? Okay, I honestly would say to you, seriously, stick with Rolex. Stick with Rolex. If you can stick with Rolex, that is really going to do well. I would think maybe an Air King, the new Air King 40 mil. The Milgauss. The Milgauss is a great way to go. I'd even say the Explorer 1 could be a great watch. The Batman, okay, you've just said to me, but the current 6,000 US premium is unacceptable. It's supply and demand. You've got to understand it. If you don't have these ADs are nasty. Okay, they're not your friend. AD is not your friend. The best advice I can give you is to, honestly, the best advice I can give you is to, best advice, stick with Rolex. Stick with Rolex. Stick with Rolex. I was going to say a Speedmaster would be great to have another top Omega, but you don't like chronographs. My advice to you, man, you got to go to, I reckon the best pre-owned dealer in America is David SW. David SW. That's where I would go. David SW. Go to him. Man, if you don't want to pay the premium, you know, this is the way it is, man. Get the black ceramic. That's what I would do. There's a lot, man, you've got to understand it. Supply and demand. The good news is with Rolex, I can't see you really doing that badly with it. It's not fair. Well, let me tell you this here, Muldoon. The world ain't fair. Okay? The world ain't fair. So, my advice to you, what would I buy? You like steel classic type pieces? There is a lot of good watches there. There are lots of good watches. You might want to consider, you want it on a bracelet, because I love a Reverso. That's a sports watch. Look, I would say to you, there's so many cool things. Rubber, maybe a PAM. Maybe a PAM. You want to make sure, like a PAM 111 or a 112 pre-owned. Make sure box papers. Just get a good watch dealer. Have a good feel for it. My honest advice to you, stick with Rolex. I think Explorer 1 could be a beautiful piece for you, but you seem a bit difficult. You seem a little bit difficult. Look, seriously, what is your recommendation? I'd go Batman. I'd go Explorer 2. If you don't want to pay premium, get the Explorer 2. There is a slight premium, but it's not ridiculous. I would go Explorer 2. I think that is good bang per buck. I agree. I don't like paying premiums. I would rather get, so there's an Explorer 2. That's where I would go. Explorer 2. That's what I would do. I think that would be a beautiful addition to your collection there. Number 3, why aren't Reverso's Coast certified chronometers? Are they less accurate? Very interesting indeed there. And the answer, my friend, is a little bit involved there. See, what happens is with the high horology pieces, they've got different standards and different genres they appeal to. Look at Patek. Patek is at Coast. Patek used to follow the Geneva seal. So my Reverso is an example of fine horology. Now, horology watchmakers, they tend to go for other things. Hacking, non-hacking, that's a big issue that people are shocked to discover. A lot of Pateks are non-hacking. There's a lot of things there. See, when you're into the high end, they kind of have different things they follow. So it depends on the genre and the brand there. Why aren't Reverso Coast certified chronometers? Well, the reason is that obviously it depends on each company. They submit these pieces to this independent agency, and it's kind of, you know, it's kind of ArchieLuxury. They supplied movements. They still supply movements to AP, Audemars Piguet. They supplied movements to Vacheron Constantin. They supplied movements to Patek Philippe, Cartier. They supplied movements to a lot of people. They themselves are probably one of the best bang per buck, high-end manufacturers who, I got to be honest with you there, I don't think the Coast is really a big issue. Okay, it's the genre. You got to understand, it's the genre. It's the genre. Why don't they do Coast? It's they've got other things they do with their movement. So, you know, Patek doesn't do Coast. So it's more the type of pieces they are there. So are they less accurate? No, it's just Coast is a body that they've got to submit things to. Rolex, it's worked very well for Rolex. They like to do it, and that's cool. But not everyone else has to jump on the bandwagon because Rolex does it, you know. ArchieLuxury has made much better movements than any Rolex, really, to be totally truthful with you there. So ArchieLuxury, why aren't they? Because it's a different genre, okay, different genre. Coast, they've got different goals. They're looking at horology in a different scheme of things. So you've got to understand these movements, Patek, AP, Vacheron, Lange, they got a different set of qualities that are important, and that's the way to see it there. So I gotta say, you've really got some nice pieces. Get rid of, why are they garbage? Why are these other things garbage? They're garbage because nobody wants them. The brands have done absolutely nothing for watchmaking. Omega, Rolex, Grand Seiko, those are massively important brands. Those brands, Grand Seiko revolutionized the whole industry. Grand Seiko really turned the Swiss upside down. They're a highly respected watchmaker. Rolex, of course, is king of the luxury genre, and Omega basically saved the Swatch Group saved the whole Swiss industry. So those other brands, Ball and this other piece of garbage, they just wannabe garbage. It's wannabe garbage. So I hope that answers. You got a nice collection. I reckon for you, I'd be adding a simple 3-hand Rolex because you don't have, because you like the date. That's what you're saying to me. You like the date. Get the Explorer 2. Explorer 2, you're not paying the massive premium. It's a little bit of a sleeper. That's what I'd do. Okay, guys, I'm ArchieLuxury, wrapping this video up. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some negative comments because without negatives, I don't get the traffic. Traffic is important. And remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need these paid reviews to keep full-time on YouTube. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s.
Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.